Good day, students and viewers out there. We are back again with another interesting topic in chemistry. We'll be considering this question as calculate the percentage composition of all the elements in the compound sodium hydroxide. Calculate the percentage composition of all the elements in the compound sodium hydroxide. But before I proceed further to solve this, please don't forget after this video to always subscribe to our channel and share so that you'll be notified when next we drop subsequent videos regarding the subject chemistry and physics. Now, let's proceed further in solving this question. Before we can solve this question, you must understand that we were given the masses, the relative molecular mass of sodium and oxygen and hydrogen, which are the elements that combine to form the compound sodium hydroxide. So we must take note of the individual elements, which are the sodium, oxygen, and hydrogen. Now, the another factor you should also consider there is that the question involves all. The question involves all. That means you are expected to look for the percentage composition for sodium, percentage composition for oxygen, percentage composition for hydrogen. So because it involves all. So we must take note of this word all. In some questions, they will give you a particular element you are asked to look for. But for this particular question, we are looking at the all in the question, which is the all elements that make up the compound sodium hydroxide. So the first thing we are expected to do is to know the relative molecular mass of the compound. Since we are giving the individual relative masses, we must know the relative molecular mass of the whole compound sodium hydroxide, and that becomes like so let's start with the word solution. So we have sodium hydroxide. This is a compound. And we'll be looking at the relative molecular mass of sodium hydroxide, which is, because we are giving Na as 23, we'll have 23 plus the O, which is oxygen, we have 16, plus the H, which is hydrogen, which is 1, we have 1. And if we do that, we will have 40. So 40 becomes the relative molecular mass of the compound sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Hope that is clear. Then we proceed to the looking for the percentage composition of each element that is in the compound. So let's start with the percentage composition of sodium. So we'll have the general formula, which is sodium over sodium hydroxide times 100 over 1. That is because we are asked to look for the percentage. And of course, we know percentage is measured in 100 over 1. So we ask to look for the percentage. So if you proceed further, what is sodium? What is Na in the question? The Na is what? 23 over what is NaOH, which is what we have looked for, that is 40. Which was we have looked for, that is what? 40. And if we multiply it by 100 over 1, and this will give us 2300 over 40. And if you do that, our answer will becomes 57.5%. So this is the value and the percentage composition for sodium. Then let's proceed for that of percentage composition of oxygen, which is the O, the oxygen. So we have O over sodium hydroxide times 100 over 1. If you have that, it becomes 16 over 40 times 100 over 1. And this becomes 600 over 40. And if we divide further, we will have 40 as a percentage. Then let's proceed further to look for the percentage composition of the hydrogen. So percentage composition of hydrogen, which is the H. is equals to the H over sodium hydroxide times 100 over 1. And if we proceed further, we'll have the value for H in this question is 1, which is 1 over 40 times 100 over 1. If you multiply out, we'll have 100 over 40. And if you deduce this, we'll have 2.5%. Now, we are able to solve the percentage composition for hydrogen, for oxygen, and therefore sodium. So let's see if we are correct. So to check, we'll have to add up the value, which is 57.5 plus 40 plus 2.5. If we add all this together, our answer is 100%. So if we have 100%, that shows that we are fully correct. So we can check by adding up each answers that you got to sum it up and check if you have 100. Then after, you cross check. So don't forget that we started by introducing the relative molecular mass of the compound, which is sodium hydroxide, the compound sodium hydroxide. Then we'll move forward to look for the individual percentage composition of each element before proceeding forward to check if we are correct by adding up the answers we got in the 3 elements to check if it becomes 100. Please, this is the end of this video, and this is how we calculate questions regarding percentage composition. Please don't forget to always subscribe to our channel for more videos regarding the subjects chemistry and physics. Thank you. God bless.